2015 Springfield Mile 1 certainly didn't disappoint. Eagerly anticipated over the long off season. GNC2 race was dominated at the front by the 67M of Davis Fisher, followed closely by the 27U of Jamison Minor. GNC 1 class, Brian Smith continues his mile domination, leading 24 of the 25 laps, with Jared Meese close behind and factory Harley rider Brad Baker in a close third. Turn 1 in the main event played host to several riders eagerly fighting for position at the front of the pack.
It's easy to say we won Springfield again, but it's hard when you're out there, especially going into turn 3 with Jared Meese, the national champ, coming up about taking the green off my elbow and left me a couple inches to spare, and my Kawasaki pulled me to the checkered flag first. It was awesome. The track was quite a bit different, and the headwind made it feel like you had a parachute behind you. So it was everything was exaggerated that you did today. It was fun. It was definitely a mile, full-on mile race.
Great success on the weekend with Brian Smith dominating, but Kenny Coolbeth leaves Springfield with the point lead.
That was a recap of the Springfield Mile last weekend, and we are joined here in our pre-race show. Again, the pits are open to you spectators until about 6 o'clock. Opening ceremonies here tonight at 6:15. Back to the pre-show. Please welcome to the stage the factory Harley-Davidson rider. They call him the Bullet, Brad Baker. Brad, how are you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling really good, you know. I've always liked Sacramento. It's treating me pretty well. The factory XR 750 is working really well, and we almost had fast time, and Jared Manicoy to set the end, but I feel pretty strong for race time.
You know, watching last week in Springfield, really the first time on the factory Harley that you contended for the win, running in the front pack. What have they been doing in Milwaukee over the winter to see you up toward the front?
We got a big thanks to Vance and Hines coming on board with the motor program this year. They've done a lot of research and a lot of development over the winter time, and seemed to got some really fast motorcycle. You know, that was a little bit of my problem. They ran really good last year, but I just need that little extra edge to be able to get up front and race with those guys. So got to give Vance and Hines a big thanks, and then also Showa Suspension has came on board, and the bikes are handling a little bit better, and I'm a little bit more comfortable on them this year as well. So those are probably the two main factors of us going a little faster on the miles this year.
Well, good. It's great to see that, and I look forward to seeing you up at the front to get today.
Thank you, Chris. Yeah.
Brad, we have a huge event here tonight, the Sacramento Mile, but in 5 days, the first ever Harley-Davidson flat track and X Games. Are you ready for that?
I'm super ready for it. I mean, it's awesome that it's finally reality and it's almost here, you know. Again, got to make a huge thanks to Harley-Davidson for working hand in hand with ESPN and X Games for getting that going. But yeah, I'm super excited. You know, I'm just going to go into it like any other race and do it best as I can, and hopefully maybe come out with a gold medal. But it's really cool to see our sport involved in that.
What do you think about the format at X Games, starting with a motocross style gate on the infield on a brand new track? Nobody has any time on. What do you expect when you get to Austin on Thursday?
I think it makes it a little bit interesting, really, you know, starting at the end of the straightaway. I mean, that's going to make for a pretty interesting first corner. The starting gate is pretty neat. I think I've done some practice starts on a starting gate and also rode the race in Super Prestigio in Spain that, you know, it seemed to work out pretty well and run the program smooth. So, but I think having that big run from the inside of turn 4 into turn 1 is going to make for an interesting race. Hopefully the track, you know, I know they've been having some bad weather down there, and hopefully it settles in and we got ourselves a good surface to race on.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the factory Harley-Davidson rider. He's got a big number 6 on the number plate. That is the Bullet, Brad Baker. Now let's take a look at Danny as she made her welcome to Sacramento.
Welcome to the 50th running of the Sacramento Mile. I'm Danny Medine with AMA Pro Flat Track. Coming into round 4, Kenny Coolbeth Jr. sits on top in the point standings in the GNC 1 class, with Jared Meese and Sammy Halbert closely in second and third. A top story this weekend, Troy Bayless is back with us here at the Sacramento Mile. Will he improve off last ride? Brian Smith, will he do a 5P? Stay with us, don't move, the best racing is coming your way.
Welcome back to Sacramento, the pre-race show going on right here on the front straightaway. I'd like to welcome up our next guest. He is actually the Media Relations Department from Kawasaki Motor Corporation. Please welcome John Rawl. John, welcome to Sacramento.
Hey, it's great to be here. It's great to see all the fans. And Kawasaki's so happy to be back involved with this, because with this 650 engine, you know, we use it in a lot of different motorcycles, and we just launched a new Vulcan S line that uses this motor, and we're just super happy to be back.
Well, with the success of the Crosley Radio Howerton team, we see you've kind of added a little bit of color to their effort this year, seeing a little bit of the Kawasaki green on their typical black, red, and white. We welcome you to Flat Track. What's it mean to you as a company to re-enter the flat track business that it's been so long to be a part of?
Well, it means a lot. It means a lot to all the employees of Kawasaki, too, and all of our dealers. You know, the racers, they built so many beautiful Kawasaki's and everything. They showed us we needed to be back. So that's kind of one of the reasons why we're back, because they're using all of our products, and that's very important to us.
What would it mean to Kawasaki if Brian Smith won the championship this year? He's won a lot of races this year. He's yet to win a Grand National Championship. What would that mean to Kawasaki?
It'd mean a ton. It'd mean a ton to all of us and all of our dealers, and it helps, you know, move the needle with helping sell motorcycles. But Brian is such a good representative for Kawasaki, and yeah, we think the bike really does look good with the new colors, the green and all that. And you know, we've got a good contingency program for all the riders now, and we're just very happy about how we're moving along and about how AMA Pro Racing, how they're moving the needle and trying to make everything better for all the racers.
Sounds good. That's all I've got. You got anything else, Chris?
Well, on behalf of all the racers, a guy that grew up during a time that was only really one manufacturer for the majority of his career, it's great to see Kawasaki back. Welcome to AMA Pro Flat Track, and we hope you're around for many more years.
Thank you very much, and I would like to thank you and Jay for what you guys did. I really enjoyed that. I'm an old flat tracker, but you know, it's really great to see you, and thanks again, all the fans, for coming out, and Kawasaki is very, very happy to be part of it again.
Well,
ladies and
back.
gentlemen, John Rawl, the Media Relations Department from Kawasaki Motor Corporation. There's three members of our media, our vocal team here. Let's go down to our third member, Danny Medine, with a special interview.
All right, thanks you guys. I have Michael Gentry, the Chief Operating Officer for AMA Pro Racing. How awesome is AMA Pro Flat Track, and why should fans come out here?
Well, this is just a good example this afternoon of what great racing there is. Beautiful weather, great competition, just a good place to be. Thanks for Steve McLaughlin, for our promoter, putting this on this year, and another great day of racing here in California, which is a very important market for us and for all of our OEMs and our sponsors.
All right, I don't know if he said enough good reasons why you should be out here at AMA Pro Flat Track, but I think you said enough, so we hope to see you out here. You guys, take it away.
Back here in the pre-show, back on this stage, ladies and gentlemen. Again, the open paddock area until about 6 o'clock. Just a reminder, no alcohol allowed in the pit area. Hope everybody's having a good time. We have practice qualifying is already wrapped up. We brought one of our California riders. He actually won the Daytona Flat Track earlier this season, had the points lead until last weekend when he crashed at the Springfield Mile. He's up, he's okay, he's back for more competition. Please welcome the 11Z in the GNC2 class, Andrew Luker. Andrew, are you ready for the Sacramento Mile?
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be a good race tonight, and we're looking to be up towards the front.
Well, last week you had your first mile on an XR 750 from Kennedy Racing. I believe today may be one of your first miles on a 450, at least as a pro. What do you find the difference between the twin cylinder a week ago and the 450 here in Sacramento?
I believe coming off the corner is a lot different. The torque is completely different from the singles to the twin. Just the power in general. We're going a lot faster in the twin, and it's a lot more fun, actually. So.
Andrew, at the start of the season, it didn't seem like you had a full plan worked out. You went down there, made a name for yourself by winning Daytona. Tell us what happened in the next few days, how you ended up with the ride with Kennedy Racing.
Well, I'll tell you what, it was the longest 2 weeks of my life. We were looking for a twin, posting stuff on Facebook, kind of getting the word out there, and we ended up coming to the San Jose Indoor here, and we hooked up with Jerry Kennedy, and it's been awesome ever since.
Well, we know it's a beautiful motorcycle, and you had a little incident last week that kind of tossed it down the racetrack a little bit, almost made it up to the air fence. What happened there, and what are you going to do this weekend to avoid that same situation? What'd you learn?
I think I learned the draft was a lot bigger than what I expected. We were running good. We got a good start from the second row, running about third or fourth, and another guy drafted us around the outside and just kind of came down. It was either me high side or laid down, and I think I chose the right decision.
Right. So was the speed a lot different on the 750 than you were expecting?
I like going fast, so it was a lot of fun. Honestly, I really didn't even think about the speed.
What would it mean to take a victory here at the Sacramento Mile, knowing that you're not too far away from home, originally from Salinas, California, actually still live down there? What would it mean to win the Sacramento Mile?
It'd be huge. Winning in general is awesome, and to come here about 3 hours from my house it's the closest national here. So for us to win here would be awesome.
Well, welcome to the GNC2 Pro ranks. We look forward to watching your career develop over time, and have fun out there. Good luck.
Thank you. Thanks.
All right, that is Andrew Luker, number 11Z. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
All right, thanks, Dominique. Okay, easy. Yep, so that's this day. All right, folks.
We are back here. We're opening the pre-race show right now. Opening ceremony is coming up at 6:15. Welcome back to the pre-show. Also, I'd like to welcome a very important guest, the CEO from Ducati. It's Dominic Cherokee. Did I get that right?
Yeah, exactly. You got it perfectly right.
I've been practicing.
Yeah, you did well.
Welcome to the Sacramento Mile. How are you doing today?
I'm very good, and thank you for having me. Really, it's really fun, and it's a very exciting period for me to be here.
Absolutely.
What's it mean to your company, Ducati, with your association with Troy Bayliss, to be involved in essentially from a manufacturer level for the first time in AMA Pro Flat Track?
That's for us was a great opportunity this year because we have a long history with Troy. You know that Troy won 3 World Superbike Championship on 3 different Ducati, which is the only one. One year he even won a MotoGP on a Ducati in Valencia in 2006. So the association with Troy was kind of obvious. The fact that we are here is we launched the Scrambler at the beginning of this year, and everything about the Scrambler was related to having fun. And being here just demonstrate that it's the perfect place for the Scrambler to be. I mean, the association with fun with this type of race is fantastic.
Dominic, the bikes are beautiful. They look just like the Scrambler that I believe your buddy rode in just a little while ago. Johnny Lewis, number 10, and the 21i. Both the bikes are just incredible. They're so beautiful. It's a hats off to Ducati for bringing such a good team with the Lloyd brothers and the Ducati backing.
Thank you. You know, for us, it's always very important. We want to produce nice bike. We want to produce efficient bike, but first they need to be nice. The design is very important. So being able to have those bikes here and show the best of what we can do was very important for us.
Well, on behalf of everybody in Flat Track, we welcome Ducati to the AMA Pro Flat Track paddock. We look forward to your participation for many years as well.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your grit.
Best of luck to you, Troy Bayliss, and Johnny Lewis. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Dominic Cherokee, the CEO of Ducati, as we are working our way through our pre-show activity right now. That is it for the pre-show. We're going to step away. When we come back, we will have opening ceremonies at 6:15 tonight. The paddock is open to all you spectators. No alcohol is allowed in the pits. Have a good time meeting your favorite rider. Stop by, get the souvenir program. T-shirts are on sale, and we will be back at 6:15 with our opening ceremonies.